All right, guys, we live Killing the Game podcast.
CuH.
We're out here with the homie Edgar.
With the homie
Edgar,
fool.
some fool from coworker from work and shit.
Interesting motherfucker.
So I don't know. I didn't know how to describe this fool, but
Interesting.
it's an interesting cat. All right, guys, we're gonna.
Did we get demonetized? Is that true?
Nah.
They said that if you cuss in the first 30 seconds, you get demonetized.
Maybe.
I said, this is an interesting motherfucker. I put emphasis on the motherfucker.
Yeah. So we got a couple topics, guys. We're gonna jump into them a little bit later. Right now, we're gonna spend these couple minutes maybe to find out who our little guy over here is.
Serio.
What's up, Edgar?
fool?
What's up with you?
Tell us about yourself, fool.
Tell us about you a little bit. Get to know you before we hop in these conversations.
Eres Edgar qué, güey.
Sí,
¿Cómo te
güey.
apellidas, güey?
Sí, güey, porque eres Edgar y manejas troca, güey.
Ande, cabrón.
Ya saben, los cousins, ¿no?
Hey, homie,
Pero
the
no queda
cut.
corte, no queda el corte.
That's your marisco shit, right? Hell yeah.
This guy.
I bought that
Well,
shit.
put it out
I
there.
bought that
Put it
shit.
out there, perro.
Nah.
Instagram.
Yeah,
Let's
she was
go.
bomb.
So put
She
them
was
out
bomb.
there.
And you never told me when you sold the game, fool. What's up? I cobbed. That shit was bomb. That shit was
Yeah.
bomb.
A lot of
What'd
the
you do
homies
this
right there,
weekend?
right there, they were crying on with the chile and shit.
What,
Oh,
serio?
they're homies?
Oh,
Right there, no, the
speaking
coworker
of-
right there, pues, from
Serio? They were like, spicy?
Yeah.
Food. Hey, it wasn't that
that's
spicy.
so-
Wasn't that spicy of that? That's that jerky that
That's
homie
some
brought
Mexican
in.
American shit to say for that.
That's still, hey.
That's what it's spicy.
This guy.
Hey, we tried some beef jerky, fool.
Nah, fool. That
Hey,
shit
wait.
was- that
Hey,
shit
wait.
was-
The homie came out. First of all, dog, this is the in my line. You were there, right, when it came out, right? I'm not making this shit up. Watch, he's there. Hey, dog, homie comes out with, hey, you like spicy stuff, right? And it's like, boom, can you handle it? Boom, we're talking other shit, right? And I'm like, fool, bring that shit, dog, right? Hey, wait, he came out with a plato with like the biohazard
It had
symbol.
a biohazard symbol on the fucking Tupperware.
On the
fool.
Tupperware. Hey, the homie went to go buy ice cream and shit for people that were trying. Dog, he went. You seen that? He went to
That
go
shit
buy
was
ice
spicy,
cream
bro.
to the store fool because he was giving people his fucking beef jerky and that shit was so spicy. So I got a handful. First of all, I tried it. Bomb. It was spicy, but can handle it, right? But I kept eating that shit. Dog, that shit fucked me up. German ate one, spit it out. I'll put you on blast. Hey, German
Nah,
said, hey,
okay,
wait,
so,
you know what
nah,
German
nah,
said?
fuck
He
that.
said,
Hold on.
fuck that.
Yeah, I spit it out right away. Okay, so the thing about it is like, fool, I'm at work, fool.
Fuck that. dog.
Nah, I'm at fool.
You
That
can't-
shit.
This shit was too much.
I put it and I was biting it, fool. As soon as it hit my tongue, it was numbing it. I was like, nah. Fuck,
Hey, wait,
I'm not
hey,
good.
wait. El
I'm
moco,
good.
güey.
Yeah,
El moco,
moco
güey.
right there.
El moco, güey. Colombiano, güey.
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna be out there.
Moco estilo
nah, fool, I'm
colombiano,
gonna start
güey.
looking like I'm over here
I
racking
was
up
like-
lines in the fucking bathroom and shit.
Fool, I'm in that
Nah,
shit like,
fuck.
I'm in that
fool,
shit
that shit
like,
was nasty. That shit.
dog, it was crazy.
Don't
It
get me
was-
wrong, for the flavor was there, pero the flavor
it
was good.
prime tri-tip and
The
shit.
flavor
That shit
was
was
good,
whatever the
but,
fuck.
but like, for the tongue, the burning thing, fool,
The
it was,
burning thing.
it was like fucking bad, fool. Wait, luego
Hey,
me
wait,
estabas calando la
hey, wait,
lengua,
hey, wait. I
güey.
gave it to because it was spicy, but I kept eating it, so it kind of kills it, right? Well, homie, I gave it out. I even Doug got it. Doug eats spicy food. I could tell. So I started giving it out to people, and half the people were like, "Fuck this, dog! That shit was spicy. Way like uncomfortable spicy."
nah, that shit was-
June,
that shit
the
was
homie
nice.
June. Shout out to the homie June. June straight said, "Fuck this, bro. This just
Yeah,
not even
nah.
taste like nothing."
Too much.
Fool, it went
Anyway,
straight to the
anyway,
point.
It was delicious.
No, the flavor was good, fool, but like that shit went straight to the point. Like that shit.
Oh yeah, te cayó,
Right,
te tapó. Nah, I didn't know. I didn't know much.
It,
Yeah,
it
man.
hurt when I was spitting it out, pero that's how
Yeah.
that's how bad it was.
I
fool.
drank a Monster to wash it down.
Fool, I was drinking a Celsius while I
Hey,
was
wait.
fool, me ardió más, güey, los cinco,
Wait,
güey.
it loosened my stomach like an hour or two later.
Imagínate, güey.
Wait, and I was like, wait, I was. This wasn't even early, dog. It was late, but then later I went to the restroom, and then I was like, why does my shit feel kind of weird, bro?
No, mames.
Like, why does it burn? Wait, like, what the fuck? This shit is like, I forgot.
He was the
Dog,
one.
beef jerky was crazy hot.
He was the one asking
Crazy
in the
hot.
bathroom that if it's normal for your dick to hurt when you're being pissed and shit. No, man. This fool got granos in the culo right now because of the
is it
fucking
normal?
spicy
Is it normal to have bumps on your fucking dick? What? That's gotta be one of the craziest pranks
Shit, fool. No,
I've ever heard.
man.
And that wasn't me. Fuck you, German. I'm not even gonna put the homie here, but he was on the podcast.
This was bumps in,
If you know, you
bumps in his
know.
asshole right now de todas las piedras que está sacando con el chile, el hijo de la verga, güey.
I hope. I stopped drinking monsters because of that.
Fool. Yeah, full monsters give me heartburns, bro.
Yeah, that shit gives you piedras on your
Mad
verga.
heartburns,
caffeine.
fool.
That makes
Fool,
calcium
you start passing stones through your dick.
Dog,
Fool.
I can't never.
Yeah.
And you know people that are young and drink and always like I hear like yo they had kidney stones. I always ask them like yo you drink monsters. He's like yeah.
That's why. That's why.
Not always
drink
because
coffee,
old school people,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, it's definitely the monster. Well, you know, again. I drink a lot of coffee too. It's no good, but people that drink coffee drink monsters.
You don't get heartburn.
See way.
What
The fuck do you drink to wake up, fool? You're skinny as fuck.
What do you drink
Pretty
to
sure
wake
you
up?
drink a Nas and you're all wired.
I drink 2 bag coffee from the pot and then I get the brew. I damn near espresso shot. That's what I wake up. What do you wake up to?
Mom, like 2 Celsius in the morning.
2? Ah, sorry.
Sí, palabra.
Yeah, the fuck that.
No, serio,
At
2
what
Celsius
time?
without
What
eating.
time?
On my first break.
What time?
What the
On my first
fuck,
break at
man?
9.
No, your first one.
So before I take the break, like at 8, an hour.
So you wait?
Like I wait an hour. I wait an hour para que de veras me despierte, güey, porque yo voy bien pendejo al jale, güey.
Oh, yeah.
No, güey. I need from 7 to 8. O sea, medio pendejo todo el día, güey, pero o sea, la primera hora de jale, güey. Fuck you.
He's the first. He's the first fool there, way. This fool works 2 jobs, right? So I feel it, right? Hey, my homie goes in, and he just looks at me and goes like, and this is the loudest motherfucker in the building, right? But in the morning, it's like, nah, did they hit this fool with kryptonite?
Nah, hell nah.
Did they hit this fool with some kryptonite?
Fuck no, fool.
You're not a morning person. You're not a morning person.
Fool, I'm not. I need to get past like 3 hours of work, and then I'm like already good.
Serio? Nah, I'm at.
Yeah.
I wake up, boom. I gotta be that.
I can't, fool. I can't. Not with 2 jobs. Not with 2
Oh,
jobs.
yeah. Cool.
Te está tapando toda la puta jeta la verga. Nomás hazte más para allá, güey. Hazte más para allá. Así, güey. Así, güey.
Yeah,
Un
better.
poquito más, güey. Un poquito
Yeah,
más.
you
En mero
kinda
medio,
hear-
güey. En
you
mero
could do it.
medio,
You
güey.
could do it right now.
Right here, what?
Yeah, you can put it right there, así. Eso. Así, güey.
All right.
So, what's up with you, fool? Where are you from? Porque por lo visto tienes botas y todo, güey. Tienes troca y todo, la verga, güey. ¿De dónde eres? ¿Te gusta el rancho?
Serio? Yeah, hey, you know what? That
¿Dónde
was
eres, güey?
that is
Yeah.
true. I peeped that. I peeped that. That was cool.
I took out the fucking las
Yeah.
avestruz
Look,
también,
hey,
güey.
look at that. Look at that. Just for you.
Yeah,
I'll be trying
las
to
tengo
catch
que
you up,
estrenar,
dog.
güey. Las tengo que estrenar, diga bien el compa. A huevo, güey. A huevo.
Hey, that shit was cool, dog. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. I was like, this homie got a style, fool. Yeah, I fuck with that.
Let's
That's
come
cool.
out. Our streets ran.
Oh,
Ran
yeah?
away on the freeway, bro. Nah, I want to get an ostrich one day.
Hey, but do you want to put a saddle on that bitch?
Not like to ride on.
You want to put a saddle on that
shit.
bitch?
Okay,
That's
okay.
crazy.
Yeah, nah, I don't know about that one.
I want that.
You want to go bull
I
riding?
want to. No.
I got a couple
I've
events
done
coming
that.
up. I got a couple events coming
Oh,
up.
what? Serio?
Yeah, I got a couple events.
Do you go
coming
bull
up.
riding?
No, but I could take people with me.
Oh, do you want to go bull riding?
It's in
Yo te invito,
I think it's in Bakersfield or Lancaster, but I got a couple events coming up that I'm
Let's
gonna go
fucking
try to
hot.
record.
Hella hot right now.
Yeah.
I can't even stand on my feet right there. Just doing nothing. I'm
Right now?
sweating.
Pues también no mames, güey, estás bien flaco, güey, estás bien desnutrido, güey.
Fool, I hurt myself from standing up, dog. So I can't even say
pendejo,
nothing.
este güey no quiere decir la verdad, güey. Es la vejez, güey. A fucking age is getting to this motherfucker.
Wait,
fool.
once you hit 30, güey.
This fool got hurt.
my
This fool got
body-
hurt while getting off the chair, fool.
La neta, güey, I was asleep, fool, and I got up.
Lo más culero que puedes ver. Lo más culero que puede ver, güey.
La neta, güey.
Lo más culero que... Güey, vas al doctor, ¿qué le vas a decir, güey? ¿Qué le va a decir el doctor?
Estaba pesando 700 libras.
Se lastimó de trabajo. No. Estaba jugando soccer, no.
Estaba haciendo ejercicio, güey.
No tengo ni gym membership.
Hey, I do have a gym membership.
Sí, pendejo. ¿Desde cuándo lo estás pagando y nunca he ido?
I've been paying that shit for a year.
This fool went and got a sale, fool. That's how they got him, fool.
Hey, wait. I went to get a gym membership and I never went. I don't even know what the inside looks like, fool. If I go in there, if I go in the gym,
no,
espérate, güey.
I've been paying for almost a year, wait. If I go in there, I don't know what I have to do. Check in or do my fingerprint.
¿Sabes qué
I don't even know, bro.
¿Sabes qué tan mal gastamos este pendejo, güey? Este güey, mira, agarró un pinche gym membership, no va al gym, güey. Compró un perro y no lo tiene aquí, güey.
Compré un perro, güey, no lo tengo aquí.
Güey, compró un perro y no lo tiene aquí, güey.
Imagine that.
Y luego, mira, y luego agarró la pinche raza que tiene que caminar todos los días, güey. Agarró un pinche husky,
güey. Tengo que salir a correr,
imagínate, güey.
El perro si camina, güey, no es nada,
no, güey. Ahora, cuando él vaya, güey, él no va a caminar el perro lo va a caminar él, a la verga. Vas a ver, güey, neta, güey. Neta, güey, no, pinche perro.
Está más grande que Jeremy, güey.
Está la verga, güey.
Tienen como el mismo color, güey.
Pero te apuesto que no está más peludo que yo.
No está más peludo que
güey. Nadie. That fool sheds more than me, paro.
Sí, güey. Sí,
pinches bolotas de pinche masa que saca el hijo de la verga.
Serio, güey.
Seas mamón, güey.
Seas mamón, güey.
¿De qué parte de México? Were you born here or what? Where are you from?
Yeah, right here.
Oxnard.
Definitely American.
Born
and raised, yeah.
Yeah, born and
Oxnard, yeah. 805.
Oxnard, yeah.
805.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where were you
A
born?
bit in Bakersfield.
St.
A bit in Bakersfield.
But you were born here?
Yeah.
You came back? Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, okay. Where part of your parents from?
From Michoacán, both of
Michoacán, both of them?
What city?
Panindícuaro.
Oh, pues sí,
¿Panindícuaro?
Yeah, that's cool.
Panindícuaro.
I gotta need put. What's the word?
Panindícuaro.
Parangaricutirimícuaro. Yeah, that shit.
¿Para what?
Yeah, that's some Mexican shit. Like, hey, in Mexico you get tested. In Mexico you get tested. Parangaricutirimícuaro.
Parangaricutirimícuaro.
And you see how I had to warm up to? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was little getting tested with this shit. That's some Spanish shit.
Twister.
Yeah, Parangaricutirimícuaro. I think that's how you say it. I think I said it right 100% too. Check me.
Yeah, no, it is. I just heard it today too in the radio.
Yeah.
So what do you like to do on your fucking days off if you have some? I know you have kids.
Oh, yeah.
You have kids, fool?
Yeah,
Savage. How old are you, fool?
21.
Puta madre, güey. Este güey estaba metiendo el pito desde cuándo, güey. No mames.
He was slanging dick,
This fool was serving beer and weed and dick in the night. That's what he was doing, bro.
Allegedly, man.
No,
That's a lie, man. That's a lie, dog.
That's a big ass lie. He was only giving dick. He was only giving dick, fool. He was only giving dick. He was only giving dick and food stamps.
He didn't even know you. He didn't even know you back then. Dog, don't listen.
I'm just saying. No, I'm saying this fool. I'm saying this fool, not the fool.
What?
No way. I'm saying this fool.
You lied, dog.
Nah, fool. I'm just talking to Doug. No, por eso, güey, tienes de los 15 repartiendo verga, güey.
How old's your kid?
Este güey anda culiendo desde cuándo, güey. ¿Cuántos tiene, güey? No mames, güey.
One's 4 and the other one barely 6.
Verga, tiene 2, güey. Este güey tiene buen pito, güey. Este güey tiene buen pito, güey. Este güey, neta, que tiene, güey, los huevos de este güey. Neta, güey.
One's in pre-kinder.
Güey, no mames, este güey. When did you have your first one, perro? In high school.
17.
Has to. You were not even out of high school, huh?
Yeah, homie, that's a G
that's
age.
Doug too, huh?
I met some G's kids at 17.
No mames. Este güey, en vez de meter los libros, en vez de meter eso, está metiendo pito el güey. No mames.
I don't even know if I want kids now. I'm 30,
güey.
I'm 30. Yes. This was at 17. I was like, how the fuck would I have done it at 17?
Este güey trabaja 8 horas, güey. Se viene a dormir, güey. No puede meter el pito, güey. Se caga ya cansado, güey. No mames.
Since I was 17, like I work or shit.
Síguele pegando a la mesa, hijo de la verga.
Que se quede, güey.
No mames.
Hey, since I was fucking 15 when I started working Dog, I've never had to wake up so fucking crying.
Imagínate, güey.
I'm
Imagínate.
always sleeping like
Isn't
10,
even that
12
bad.
hours.
Just
not
the
that
first,
bad, huh?
the first 3 months.
It's not
This
that
one
bad.
makes it seem like
It's
it's
not that
fucking
bad. Well,
hell.
I'm 28. I'm 28 and I got 2 kids too.
Yeah.
My daughter's gonna be 6 in March, and then Junior's gonna be 2 in January.
Yeah, 17's crazy though. That you had them in your 20s, right?
Yeah, I had him in 21.
Yeah.
22.
So what's up? What do you do?
No,
That's
not
why you
even
work.
25.
I see you work. You work crazy too, so that's pretty cool, bro. That's why you have kids, probably. You know what I mean? Or you work hard because you have kids.
Una de otra, güey. Una de otra, güey. O trabajas un chingo o vives con mamá y papá. Güey. Una de otra, güey. O las dos, güey, no hay pedo.
Fuck it up.
I know a couple homies out there.
Sí, güey, todos esos putos huercos a la verga que están en la casa.
He's doing the shout out.
Ya, huevo, güey, huevo,
Shout out to him. And he's gonna start name dropping.
Shout out to all them.
He always does, bro.
A todos los que están ahorita.
I mean, like older.
No, güey.
I've seen this fool look in the camera and say, yo,
No, güey.
pinches pendejos.
¿Saben a quién les estoy hablando, güey? No, ¿saben a quién les estoy hablando? A los pendejos que el viernes pasado dejaron a los niños por ir a Bombay's. I'm talking about
That's
you
a
guys,
fact.
motherfuckers.
That's a lot of them.
Yeah, and you have a
There's a lot of
fucking...
them.
You fucking have a sofa bed in your room with an Xbox and a PS5.
All
¿Y
I'll be
qué
back.
más? Ah, ya vas al baño, la verga.
Hold on, forget to take a piss, though.
Inga su madre. Ya ves, te digo la edad, güey. Ya no puede agarrar los miedos. You can't keep them in.
It's the diabetes, güey.
Es diabetes a la verga. Says mamón. We're back
Piss
at
break.
it again, guys. All these motherfuckers decided to go to the bathroom at the same time.
I needed a cigarette, bro.
Well, this fool, yeah, he needed to piss and take a cigarette. All right, guys, so we're back. So,
Where
you
would we
were-
leave off?
we left off on this was saying he was from
Who are you?
Michoacan.
We left in the early
And-
highway like scumbags.
Yeah, perro, no
Speak
mames, güey.
Michoacan. I know some of my
Yeah.
biggest friends from Michoacan. I love Michoacan. I've never been there. I don't
¿Has
even
ido
know.
para allá, güey?
Yeah, I do once. I mean, most of the time, I mean, my jefes can't go, you know. So I would go with my
Yeah.
tíos before the 9/11 shit. They were giving out like green cards out of cabrón, you know.
Oh, so your grandparents came over with that, or your parents?
I have
Fool, I
like
crossed
12
the
tías
border.
and tíos, you know. So
I
it's
crossed
a
the
big
border
family shit,
right
and
before that.
So the older ones got to get some papers, you know. But my parents didn't make it,
Yeah.
and my jefe got deported. They're like,
Yeah.
like 6 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah, fucking
Can you say for
Pero
what?
está
Yeah.
bien, ¿o qué? ¿O?
Can you not say? No, you don't have to.
Nah,
you don't have to.
well, just didn't have papers and shit.
Pero like they got
Well,
caught up on
nah,
some
nah,
shit.
well, actually, he got into an accident with an old guy, but it wasn't his
That's
fault, you know.
That's so
but
crazy. That's
it
what I
was-
meant.
and-
I don't want to. I don't want to talk about it if you don't want to.
no,
That's,
But
that's
that's
the
what happens to our people.
suckiest way.
That's
fool.
what happens to our people.
That's the suckiest way. Pero what I believe in, not to interrupt, fool, but what I believe in, not religion shit, but like, just everything happens for a reason. Pero
yeah.
everything happens
Well,
for a
you're
reason.
here. You're here.
You're here. I'm
okay.
pretty sure you
Yes.
take it that. I'm pretty sure you like you have shit done. No,
No, yeah.
you take care of everything. I'm pretty sure you look. Fool, look. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
fool.
it's cool.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
lie.
What do
You
you
look
say?
like a
Look.
well put guy, bro.
Yeah, wait.
You look like a well put guy.
Hey, wait, come
you're
on.
young. You're
look-
young.
hey,
2
hey,
kids, and you, by what I see and everything, fool, it doesn't look like estás en malos pasos, güey. I'm not gonna lie, fool. So
Hey, you're a young fool, and I don't even know you.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, dog, you're doing it. Okay, you're okay.
Yeah.
You're a good guy. I never see you step out of line. You might be a
I mean,
crazy motherfucking serial killer. I have no idea.
we might see something, or you might be going through some other shit. But like what we
Yeah.
see right now is that, fool, you're holding it down.
That's cool, dog.
Nah,
Well, tell us
yeah.
what you
Yeah.
do. What you got? What you got? Hey, Michoacan. I love carnitas. Estilo Michoacan when they put the soda on it.
Oh, yeah, nah, yeah.
The naranjas, right? They do that.
Corundas?
That's the way I do my carnitas.
Yeah,
Fool. The only
it's
one that has
awesome.
tasted them is this one.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome.
Yeah, porque este güey cada vez que lo invito no va o llega y no come, le digo la
Nah,
verdad.
wait. I got issues.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, one of the things I always say in the podcast, and like it's not a thing, but it is a thing. What did you do Friday? No, I can't talk about this shit. We can't talk about this. Hey, we've had legendary stories, man,
Nah,
right?
Hay
can't
cosas,
even-
hay cosas que se pueden decir, güey, pero hay otras cosas que... Ta madre,
But we
güey.
have, if we were like
Y
fully social media,
quisiéramos
it'll
decirlas,
be
güey, hijos de su
blogs.
pinche
We'd be
madre.
like, dog, and honestly, like we can't,
Todo
cause
banned her
Fool,
from
if
everywhere.
we were to do vlogs, fool,
Dog, we're crazy
our shit would be
motherfuckers.
monetized
Crazy
big
motherfuckers.
time, pero
Nah, bet.
yeah, nah, that shit.
some dumb shit.
Puras pinches pendejadas.
It's funny pendejadas.
But it's funny though. It's just that
it's funny, man.
It's funny, but in the views of like YouTube and wherever you want to put it, it's something that you don't want to put out there.
But you know what? Me and him be doing dumb shit. We're not the only ones, of course, right? Yeah. But one thing me and him do relate. It's like we just have no like role model food. So we're like in this motherfucker, like we be doing dumb shit, dog. We both be like, dog, pendejo. You know, like he clowns like I fucking sleep till fucking noon, dog, 4 p.m. on Sundays. Dog, right? Hey, dog, I be the whole 16 hours sleep. Hey, güey, me levanto, güey. Me levanto y me da hueva ir al McDonald's, güey. Y está aquí, güey. Puedo caminar al McDonald's, güey. Me da hueva, güey. And you know what I mean? We both have... Because we don't know how the fuck to do it. So we both got, like... We do dumb shit, bro, but we kind of understand, because...
Con decirte que este güey, si le abro el pinche domingo... Like, fucking... Han habido veces that this was like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna be at the houses and this. Yeah. Y Doug también, güey, pero Doug no se lo avienta en la pinche jeta because
Doug... Fuck that Sundays. His kid... Nah, fuck that Sundays. I'll always answer.
No, you don't.
When we were podcast...
Well, yeah, when we were on the
podcast Sundays.
Yeah, when we were on podcast Sundays.
They'll hit me Saturday. I was like, I hope they don't fucking hit me up Sunday, perro. I hope, pray. I'll be like, I hope one of them gives out, güey.
Este güey quería rezar que something comes up so we don't fucking...
But if they call us today, boom, because of him, he pushed me to do shit that I didn't. Dog, if it wasn't for him, and Doug knows, and Doug's more responsible than me, right? But homie is like, nah, fuck that, we're gonna do this shit, and that's why we partnered up. Exactly because of that.
So the only thing like what gives me the like the for like the push to actually fucking do something is because I heard it once that it says success is uncomfortable, so you gotta get comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Facts.
Yeah. To be successful, you gotta do something out of your comfort zone. Yeah. Out of your comfort zone. Yeah. So, and then Facts. Also in like staying in the same line, Preach. It says you gotta do more than you're getting paid for, and you gotta be willing to do something out of your element to be able to make it out. Because if you,
I know what you're saying.
If you're doing the same thing you've been doing, you're gonna keep getting what you've been getting.
But what you said, what he said is it's the saying is you gotta work how you want to get paid.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
That's true. Like nobody, you're gonna hear this. He hears it. Like sometimes the people that I've seen it many times, bro. Because I've always been on the like trying to come up in companies, right? That's my thing, and I've always seen it where like fools are this far away, and dog, my whole thing's to come up so I see the picture, right? Yeah. And they're this far away, dog. And honestly, some people get taken advantage of. Like we all know the feeling of working more than what you get paid for. Yeah. Like you see, I think at that job we all do stuff, dog. That in a couple of years, this is hot, top of the line shit. Yeah. Right, like the skill. I was interviewed. I always say this shit right before, real quick. How I got to that job, fool. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Because you don't know what jobs are out there. I came to California and I wanted to get some money. And then when I got some money, I wanted to look for what I wanted my career to be for the next 30, 40 years, right? Yeah. And dog, I promise you, I don't know about you, but and you work there too. I never thought that I would be working on batteries and like vehicles, electric vehicles with artificial intelligence and fucking self-driving, like, you know what I mean? Like top of the line technology. I mastered the battery, the way that I know how batteries work, like the BMS shit. Yeah. Dog, you look at jobs in Tesla for battery management, dog, I mastered ours. Dog, these motherfuckers getting paid big, right? What I saw was, dog, I could come up. I don't know how. I don't even know where. Like where I work now, I used to work with you guys. You don't even know. Like, dog, I was the guy over there with you, and they moved me over there. Dog, I didn't want to leave. I told him, like, dog, I get paid more now, but I love my job. You know how people say, "Oh man, I fucking hate my..." Dog, I love where I was at. I really did. And dog, because of that, it was so uncomfortable. I started smoking cigarettes again. I started getting crazy granos in the back of my head because of the stress, fool, because it's so uncomfortable to suck. I was the GOAT. And they just moved me here, and I suck, right? And it was like that for weeks. And then, to be honest, dog, that's why I let my hair grow. That's why I started doing softball. That's why I started doing the podcast, because all that shit made me uncomfortable. Right? So, like, I'm super comfortable being uncomfortable now, because, like, dog, I promise you, dog, I didn't know my hair was going to I was going to grow it this long. I've never had long hair. I've always never did put gel because my hair's always short. And I let it grow because I was like, what he said earlier, like, yo, dog, sometimes you got to be uncomfortable. And I just wanted to feel uncomfortable so I could do uncomfortable things. No homo. Never that. But you know what I mean? As far as like movements, I'm not afraid to move. I'm not afraid to do things that I suck at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's how you
know
learn,
what I mean? You take time. You take time. Yeah, I took this shit way too deep.
No.
That's some real shit. That's some real shit.
It is what it is.
That's
you know,
that's some real shit.
I used to love my job out there in fucking modules.
Yeah.
I still do. If I were to go back,
Serio?
Like modules, cuando llegué ahí, güey.
You like the vibe or the job?
No, I like everything about it.
Oh, serio?
Yeah, there's. I mean, it's there's a good and the bad.
Mm-hmm.
The good is a job, and the process and what you see and what you learn.
Yeah.
The bad is just the fucking employees.
The what?
Yeah, there's drama.
Todos los
pinches
coworkers ahí, todos los que trabajan ahí, güey.
We all know that's true, right?
A and B is a sickness.
All of them are boys.
It's a sick. Yeah, no,
I fuck with everybody. Ain't their own way, and it's crazy how like they don't like each other. They don't like each other.
No le creas
all my boys. All my boys.
No, yeah. I mean, people. I mean,
everybody.
He
says that. He says that because he doesn't work with everyone.
Well, maybe that's why I'm cool with everybody.
No nomás por eso, güey, por la pinche posición, por la posición que tienes, güey.
No, but in battery, I was the grunt worker over there too. So like the people that been there, like Frederick and them, they didn't see me as this, but y'all see how Frederick and Josh still look at me like with respect, dog. Because I used to beast. I used to beast for sure. I never worked at modules, and I was so good at batteries that I learned how to do the modules way because I needed to figure it out.
One time somebody told me, they're like, why is it? Because fuck, wait, ¿qué hice? I think I had a friend that asked me, oh, where you working at? And then I told him, and then I hanged out with him, and then he asked me again like 5 months later, and I told him I was in another job.
Right.
And then when we before it was like Thanksgiving, he was hitting me up and stuff. Oh, what are you doing for Thanksgiving and shit? And he was like, oh, you're at the same spot. This and that. Oh, I'm working. For that year, I was like, fuck, what was I? I think it was 19, güey. Tenía 19 años, güey. Yo al pinche seguro le estaba metiendo desde los fucking 17, fool. Because I was washing dishes at 17. I'm like a year, like, yeah, it was.
Fool, you know you're not getting that conspiracy.
My senior.
You know you're not going to get that, right?
What do you mean?
That sucks.
What?
You're not going to get your social.
Oh, no, I know that.
Yeah.
No, I know that one. Pero es porque todos estos pinches viejitos que están viviendo nomás están robando aire y dinero, güey. No mames, güey.
You're like religious?
You know why they did. You know why they did COVID, right?
No,
you know why they did COVID, right?
COVID? You're going to COVID conspiracy? Don't we get banned from this?
No, güey. Espérate. No, that's my mom. No, because look, we're not gonna get banned. This is just our point of view. But the comments, if you guys want to go crazy and you guys want to put it in there, go ahead.
So you think COVID was man-made? Like the whole event?
My point of view on COVID, and we're going to go this 3 ways.
Right.
My point of view, just to start it off and hit it off with this. Well, before that, I was going to say the whole fucking that I was working is tenía como like 4 W-2 forms.
That's crazy.
And then they were like, what the fuck? Trabajas a todo, pero nada le pegas. I'm pretty sure you heard it, right?
How much were you making like on each?
I think the most that I did before 19 or 20 years old, I think I did almost 60.
But between them, was it like more than 10?
17 and a half or 18 years old.
Were most of your W-2s like more than 10?
Yeah. Nah, they were. One was like 27, jobs. One was 30, and yeah, it was like 4 W-2s, and then one was like 10, and the other one was the rest. It was like another, it was like another 10 or something like that. Yeah, because it was like 20.
Yeah, you get demonetized. We making no money. We making no money.
If we talk about what?
Yeah, you get COVID.
If we talk about what?
COVID.
Well, don't say the word COVID then.
We're not making no money. It's worth it.
Hey, but then if you get monetized, okay,
I want to hear your point of view.
Okay, so
I'm the devil's advocate.
I think that thing that got everybody sick was just to control the population and bring it down a little, for the reason that they're saying that we're not overpopulated, but we are, in the sense of that
deceiving you. They're deceiving you.
They want to say you're not, but yet they're saying that supposedly not enough young people are having kids, and then there's not much social going into the Social Security funds, and then there's also a lot going out because people are living longer. No, the Social Security, a lot of people are living longer. So what they needed to do is create something to take a couple people out and wipe a couple people out and just get that under control and basically flatline it. Not get it better, but that's my point of view. Because what I was seeing is that there's a lot of kids out there that are getting money, but they're getting money some other way. They're not going through fucking social or nothing. Fool, come on. There's so many people out here fucking
you don't pay taxes.
Tax evasion.
You don't pay taxes under 10K. So I did a bunch of jobs I didn't even pay taxes for. I take the risk too. I mean, there's ways around it.
But is it per W-2 or is it for the whole year?
Okay, you get audited randomly. So if you get audited, you're fucked. But the chances of you. So I just started doing it because I got audited randomly before. But look, you got. This is the thing though. Because this is some scammer shit, right? You shouldn't do it, right? But if you when I did it, I made sure I had the dough in case I did get hit. Because, dog, I'll tell you what, working 2 jobs sucks because I pay taxes every fucking year. And I don't have kids. I get no money, bro. No money, zero, right? Like, sometimes I always lose money. That's why I hate doing taxes, right? But to be honest, on some real shit, I fuck with it. Because, I mean, kids, dog, you're getting money for kids. That's a blessing, right? And I don't hate. Nah, I think so. If you don't use it right, that's to each his own.
Look.
I think that's dope. I think that's dope. And I pay taxes, but you know how people hate like people getting tax breaks and shit. Dog, I think that's cool because when my family needed it came through. You know what I mean? That's all. You know. But anyways, we were talking about something else. We just went into something else. We're talking about COVID.
It's difficult because
the C.
So that whole fucking tax shit, fool. If you have kids, yeah, fool. But the only thing is like, if you know how to go around it, you could, fool.
What do you mean?
So
around what though?
The system.
You could put more money in your pocket, fool. And there's many ways. I'm not gonna fucking
table type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna blur it out here, fool. But like, there's many ways, fool. There's many ways, and there's like 1 or 2 ways that I know that I did it 1 year and I was gonna do it too, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna risk it. But it was basically, it wasn't even here. It wasn't even California. It wasn't even in the United States. Fool. I was gonna do, but I got fucking audited when fucking 2019, and it was barely fucking 2021.
Okay.
And they were like, oh, in 2019, you didn't claim 12,000 or something like that from a job. And I was like, you guys are the fucking IRS.
Yes.
You guys know where I work. You guys know everything. You guys could charge me and go for my check, but yet you guys are telling me that I made a mistake by not taking a W-2. So, and I was really thinking about it, and I was like going back in time or whatever. I know I put that W-2 form in there. But for some fucking reason, they're saying, nah, this is this. So they're trying to fucking book me for like 3 racks.
But call a spot.
What do you mean? Call the IRS?
No, where you worked. By law,
No.
you have to keep like 5-6 years with the Texas.
No, I have them. I have them, but it's just there's no reason to because I know I did work there.
Oh no way! But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes that shit. You know what I learned about COVID? One thing I did learn about COVID: how old school the government systems are. Because a lot of that shit you think because in jobs everything's modern, but look at the IRS offices and all those type of spots. They're always old as fuck. The DMV, you know what I mean? They barely got a kiosk. Like they're not funded with a lot of that shit is handmade because you know what? No les conviene, güey. Because that's how you do tranzas. Like why do people have judges in boxing fights still? Because that's how you fucking do tranzas, right? By having you don't even have to be right. But you keep that. I always wondered why they didn't help that. It's because they don't want to. That's a fact. Because dog, they got money.
That's kind of true.
Hey, bro. So do you believe you believe like every side of the story the government says?
Fool, I believe. I just see something that this was said. He's like, "Yo, you got something that's in control of all people." Mm-hmm. And I'm in control of one kid, and I lie to that motherfucker all the time. Imagine that, right? To keep them under control. Right? Huh? The governments are made to just leave you in the blind about what's really going on, because we don't even know what's going on.
So you believe like right now that we're like a little speck in a big old galaxy in the universe, like floating around the sun?
I believe that.
Yeah. You believe
you know why I believe that? You know why I believe that?
Why? Because you were taught that as a little kid?
No, not at all. Because I can't prove the other, so I have to pick one.
Okay, so they proved you that already?
No. I'm saying you can never prove it, so I have to pick one.
So how long has the Big Bang Theory been around?
But it's a theory, way.
Exactly,
what's a
it's
theory?
A theory. So
what's the difference between a theory and a law?
So you're believing a theory that they can't prove up to the date? You believe that?
No, I don't believe that.
No,
not at all.
So you believe? You believe space
in the Big Bang? Big Bang Theory. That means you believe in space.
Yeah. You believe in all these planets, right? Like Mars and all that shit. So, let me ask you this: you believe we went to the moon?
No.
No.
So the only reason why is because I seen how all the look at how crazy the pictures look, and they couldn't make that shit back then, bro.
You know who I'm from?
Do you think it? Yeah. That's what I was gonna ask. Do you think it was where they said it was, where they filmed it?
Where?
And what spot in Mexico?
No, they actually did it in the Nevada desert. The filming of the.
Oh no! It could have been anywhere. I just see like how the sun looked crazy and it didn't match like the shadows. And I automatically that's like I can't say it's not true, but I don't. This shit looks fake.
So you.
That's how I looked at it. You seen that? You see that the shadows?
I know what you mean.
You see, the only problem I have with that whole fucking space shit and shit like that, is because I believe that we are in a time right now in the whole Matrix, and we're all somewhere else, but we're hooked up into something that you. No, I'm just
like the Matrix.
Yes,
like
I'm just being me right now, going into my head.
You think that too?
We're hooked. I believe that we're hooked up right now. Wherever the other dimension is basically just a world that basically finished or ended at some other time.
Yeah.
And because there's still some like connection, they wanted to just basically not recreate the world that ended or that basically like se quemó lo que sea, güey. So they're like, fuck it, let's just create something and just take them into another dimension and basically live a repeat. Because I do believe in the whole reincarnation, that when you reincarnate, that's why you're crying and crying, because you do remember like your other life, but the process of you not being able to talk is how long it takes for you to forget your other life. It's basically just a repeat, fool. That's what I think. So all I'm saying is like you could basically tell me, oh, like what they did with the fucking asteroid and shit, that they destroyed it, and now we know that we could, do that and not get hit by a meteor or whatever. Okay, yeah, you could tell me that you did all that. You could tell me that we went to the moon. You could tell me that fucking Elon Musk did a fucking spaceship and he could go and come back and he's gonna charge this much. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's that's nice and all. You could do all that, but you can't cure cancer.
You think they can't cure cancer?
No, cancer is cured.
But
there is a cure for cancer. Yeah, it's just they don't wanna reveal it.
Because
it's gonna. Basically they're gonna lose that income.
You're gonna cure them and they're not gonna be coming back to you no more. Yeah. It's better to have them coming back to you and paying every time for their visit. Oh, I was gonna tell you. So you believe in all that NASA stuff, right?
What do you mean?
Like all that? Literally like everything.
Fuck,
no.
How much do you believe in NASA?
Space then?
I think NASA. It's because food, and see, I'm weird way because I could believe something and not believe it.
What if I can disprove you right now everything you think of it?
But what can you disprove?
Right, so you think there's a core holding us down, right?
Who?
There's a core gravity holding us down in the middle of the world, in the center of it, right? The globe.
No.
So how,
I can't prove that. I can't prove that. I don't think about that.
So how do you not float off if you think we're living in a planet? Like, how doesn't the water come off and then? You don't believe in gravity in the core, like the thing that they touch in science in school?
That should make sense to me. What do you think?
It makes sense to you?
I don't want to nerd out.
Yeah.
I don't want to nerd out.
That's why I believe it's flat.
I don't want to nerd out.
Yeah. That's why I believe it's flat.
So, but do you know how metal turns to magnet?
How?
Metals turns to magnetic.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm asking. How?
So, because there's different metals that just like they become magnetized by the electrons, right? The way the electrons carry. So molten. I mean, I can't prove it, right? But it makes sense to have lava in the middle spin out and create a gravity field. That's a fact. And it's not the magma. It's not the magma. It's actually what's holding us down is the spin.
A spin?
Yeah, the spin.
Have you thrown a ball that's wet?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happens to the water? It all comes out, right?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like
you think the spin is holding us in?
I think because you are thinking of gravity in gravity, right?
Yeah, like gravity holding us down.
But in space, where nothing moves.
So you're talking about space, right?
So we are thinking of our gravity on Earth, but it's really the Earth on the space.
So there's gravity in space?
Because space is like a net. This is proven. I mean, I don't want to nerd out.
No, yeah. I know what you mean because there's statements about
it's like a net, and shit doesn't move until there's movement, right? And I mean, I can't prove the moon why the moon always faces the same way. That's trippy.
Okay, you got all your information about space from NASA, right?
No. I'm just going off of what I see and like.
What you see?
Yeah. Like what makes sense. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Because at some point you have to take a side.
So do you go based off of what you see, or what they feed you?
No, definitely what I see, and then look also.
Yeah, but how do you see it? How are you seeing it? Are you seeing it with your own eyes?
That's what I'm saying. Look, I'm a real nerd, but look, the only truth is like peer written articles. So like you go read articles but when they're not peer scientists proofread and then write their version on that, and if that it needs to go through that. I can't just read an article, right? But I can't prove that the magnetic gravity is from magma. I believe that, but if you tell me something, there could be another world inside. I don't know.
So you believe we're in a globe, right? Like that there's curvature, right?
Yeah.
So every how many miles or feet is there a curvature?
I think it's like every 13 miles or some shit. It's like a 0.8 of a fucking a foot, something like that, right?
A foot.
Yeah, something like that, right?
So like from here to the beach.
There should be like a curve.
There should be a curve?
Could be. You know what I mean? But yeah. I've been in a plane.
How does the horizon look?
And it looks not flattish. I mean, it looks flat. You know what I mean? But
all
like,
around?
But like,
the same how it looks at the beach?
Nah, the beaches. I've never really paid attention to the beach. The beach just looks flat.
Yeah, right. It looks flat.
Yeah, it looks flat. But you can't see further than what you think.
Exactly. So when you see a ship going
you can't
down,
see further. You can't see further than probably around that much.
Okay, so like, let's say a couple of miles or something. You can't see the ship, right? Because it's going down the curvature. Like in the ocean.
You just can't see that far. That's proof.
Yeah, right. So if you have some binoculars, you're able to see that ship, right?
Yeah, it could.
Because the binoculars, a human natural eye can't see far enough, right?
Right.
That's why they invented binoculars.
Straight shot.
So how is it possible that you could still see the ship and more miles ahead of it if it hit the curve? When does the curve happen? If you could still see the ship and water, if you had a really good telescope, you could still see.
But have you done that?
Oh, do you know the
have you
Navy,
done that?
right?
Like, have you looked out there?
I've looked at people that work in the Navy, right? They do documentaries on them. Like
Yeah.
They actually like record them at the work and shit.
Yeah.
Alright, so they're like, oh, you need evidence, or how do you know, right? Like that. Well, they were asking them like, oh, how do you shoot a missile? How does a missile work, or pilots too?
Right.
If the Earth was moving or something, when you jump, shouldn't the land have moved?
Yeah.
Right.
That's rocket science, fool. That's what they take in consideration.
So what this guy was saying is it's no rocket science shooting a missile, because all you need to do when Navy shoots a missile from the ocean, they could see 300 miles, and you can look it up right now. And 100 miles, there's more than 6,000 curvature, right? You've used a laser before, right?
You think
a laser?
That much?
You've used the laser before?
Simon.
A laser doesn't bend, right? It's like a straight line.
Right.
Right? This guy, they use infrared lasers. Like, you can't see the lasers, but with a certain, it's like ultraviolet, some shit like that, you could see them.
Ando bien pendejo.
Look, and then with these cameras, they're like,
No,
they're
I'm
like
following,
telescopes.
but I'm just like, motherfucker.
They're like
I'm fucking surprised this fool even bring a book.
This was going deep.
Yeah, no,
I
sí,
fuck with it. Go.
They're like telescopes, and well, they could see their target from hundreds of miles away. And
Right.
he's saying that shouldn't be possible, seeing them through a camera, because a camera can't bend its vision.
Right.
You know? And
Hey,
a laser either. And he's saying that he could shoot exactly where he's aiming at from the ocean. He could shoot its target. He's saying that wouldn't be possible if we were in around Earth, because I would have to calculate, by the time that missile goes up, I would have to calculate how much is the Earth moving, or that land could be somewhere else by the time that missile hits. So what I'm trying to say is that we're like in a stationary land. If you look up Earth on Google right now, Earth doesn't mean a planet or nothing. It means land. That's what Earth means, land, right? And did you ever ask yourself why there's like 24 hours in a day, or like 12 a.m. and 12 p.m.?
It's not.
Huh?
I think it's not.
What if I told you that? You know who invented the calendar?
The one now?
Yeah, like
There was a Roman Catholics and shit.
Aztecs and the Mayas, right? Like
That calendar.
civilization.
Yeah, everybody got their calendar for sure.
And we have supposedly we have better technologies than them, right? And
Right.
we still follow their calendar, even though they didn't know as much as us.
Well, their calendar's better.
It's better,
Right,
right?
yeah,
But
than us.
do you know how they got the calendar? Like how they were able to tell what day it was, what time it was, or no?
Stars.
The sun and the moon, bro. Have you ever noticed that the sun and the moon come up on the east side and sit on the west side? Have you ever noticed that or no? Like
Different times. Because when it moves, it just starts.
when you wake up in the morning, when you're driving to work, you don't notice that the sun's always coming out the same side.
Yeah.
Right?
It turns. So it's like it goes that way, and it starts over again over here.
So
You know what I mean?
in the globe Earth thing, we're going around the sun and the moon's going around us, right?
Yeah.
So how is it possible that the sun and the moon always come up the same side, both of them, and go down the same side?
That's not true.
No?
No, it's not true.
So if I were to go right now, just by looking at my compass, if I look at the west side, I'll be able to tell you where the moon's at without even being like a scientist.
You need to look at that every day, because that's not true. Because I do look, I do pay attention. It looks like it, dog, but at some point it's always right. Sometimes the moon comes up with the sun.
Depends on
sometimes
the season.
Sometimes the sun comes up with the moon. You know what I mean? So but there is the only one I trip out on is the same face.
The same
moon.
face of the moon.
Yeah.
And so how can you tell the sun has another face?
You can actually the spots. They got like hot spots.
Hot spots?
Yeah, like so like the sun has the sun got solar storms in that motherfucker. So you could just kind of guide it. You got to look deep in there, you know. You can't look at it with your eyes. You can't look at it with your eyes.
Do you know how they did it? The Aztecs, they put a big stick up here, right?
Yeah.
If I was to grab one of those lights and the stick was still, and I put the lights around the stick, just with the shade, what does it do? It works exactly like a clock, right?
Yeah,
like a
exactly.
Clock. It goes this way,
Right.
the shade.
Because there's a pattern.
Yeah. You don't notice that a clock works like this, not this way? And if you were to look at it like in the flat earth view, the map or whatever, the North Pole is in the middle of the world, right?
South
Antarctica is all around, like what surrounds us in the dome, right? The firmament. The Antarctica Peace Treaty, I don't know if you guys know this, but even North Korea and all these other countries, they're all allied right there in the South Antarctica. You can't go there.
You can't beef in there.
Only for scientific or government reasons.
Yeah.
So there's literally zero population there. Why is it that you can go to Europe or anywhere else you want to be a tourist, but you can't go there?
Yeah.
That's kind of strange.
That is crazy.
And all these governments are fighting right here where all these people are, but over there they're keeping all their peace. That's kind of weird.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Do you think the government has everything or a lot to do with basically controlling what you know and what you can't know?
Well, look.
What about the government?
What about like Ronald Reagan and shit like that?
When is it at the stage of a human point when you learn more? When you're like a little kid, no, you take everything like as a fucking sponge and shit. You learn everything.
Nah, you know they say that, right? But it's like you need to,
that, but that's when you forget
because
more things.
you soak in the normal stuff.
So,
but I heard some dude tell me, he's like, you don't know what you don't know, and then when you learn is when you start looking for answers.
Who tells the teachers which curriculums to teach? The government, right? The teachers don't choose what they want to.
They get to pick from a selective.
Yeah, but whatever you choose is basically what's in the book is what you're going to teach.
Those are an option from the government, right?
Yeah. But to be a teacher, you have to be down with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, basically you gotta agree with whatever the government's telling you.
Yeah.
So you guys believe like all the history that the government has told you, like in school, like that Christopher Columbus discovered America?
I'm from Mexico. I'm from Mexico. Our story about the Mexican War is different than what I was, because I moved here. And then I was like, oh, that's when I learned that two sides have a different story.
No, wait,
because Pancho Villas, the go to us, and over here, he's a fucking terrorist.
Exactly.
Fool, but like the whole, like I always believe in, like, there's always three truths, fool. Always. My truth, your truth, and the truth.
Yeah.
But you're never gonna get the truth
you're
always
not supposed to.
It's always gonna be flipped around, or you're just never gonna get to it at all.
I really do believe.
It's the same thing with the government.
I really do believe some crazy shit is going on in the backgrounds, right? But I also believe that whatever it is that I think is going on is probably not even that, because I would never know. Because and you know what? That's what made me kind of not care either. Because I do care. I nerd out I nerd out crazy. I go deep. But at the same time, like you were talking about like what they were talking about, lasers and shit, right? When have you done that?
No, well, I mean, or when have you gone to space?
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't even say you're wrong. But all I'm saying is like, everything turns into a sphere.
There's like different point of views, you know. Like, from the information, you know.
What was that one thing that I showed you about science and
do you know what
religion? What was it?
Bible cosmology.
Science is what?
The opposite.
Science is facts, and religion is faith.
Oh, yeah. What if I told you guys? Oh, I asked you, are you guys religious?
I'm not.
You know.
But you know what? Damn, like I wouldn't be me without it. That's a fact.
So
have you guys, like,
I'm not religious because
I'm not religious whatsoever.
I'm not into any
religious.
religion. I do believe in God because we came from somewhere.
Yeah,
we were created somehow by somebody, by something first.
I'm not gonna lie.
So I believe in that.
I make peace that is just random food.
Have you guys ever like been like curious?
You're never gonna get to the truth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Have you guys been curious like what each religion like not just like based like point of view of one religion, but like different religions? Have you guys ever noticed?
That's what made me not religious.
What do
I'm a nerd. I'm a history nerd.
Most of these religions believe in the I don't know if you guys like read the Bible now. Ever like open that?
I read the Bible. Hey, you want to know my story with the Bible?
There's these 5 books called the Old Testament, right? In every religion, it could be Christian, anything, across the Europe, any religion, Muslims, all of them have the first 5 Old Testaments, the first 5 books, right?
The Old Testament.
Which is Genesis and all those, right?
The Quran is the Old Testament.
The first 5.
Which it sounds different, right? Juice, but it's the Old Testament. It's just crazy. The Dead Sea Scrolls and shit.
That Bible is very ancient, right? It's like been here since before the Aztecs, right?
Yeah.
So before the calendar? No?
No.
So the Aztecs were here.
The Aztecs were here after, but also way before.
They've been here for a while, right?
We've been here for a while. So thousands of years.
How is it possible that someone way back then knew that there was going to be 7 days on Earth? like that people were gonna stick to a week being 7 days. How did someone from way back then know that? Or that people one day on Sundays were just gonna choose to go to church and not work?
How many years ago was that though?
Well,
because
thousands of years.
Look, I'm a history nerd.
Who knew that?
But these fools were all scientific way before that the religion got made. First came them knowing the stars, and then religion came after.
Have you read Genesis? Like the very beginning, the first paragraph.
The 7 days, Adam and Eve.
Did you read like what was made first, like in the order, or no? You just read through it.
No way. It was like
it's kind of interesting.
It was like it sounded like bullshit, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah.
You know why? I'll tell you real quick before to tell the story real quick. When I read it, my Jehovah's Witness told me to read it, and I read it and I was ready. I was ready for it.
To prove them wrong.
And then honestly, dog, it sounded. If you read it right, tell me if I'm lying.
No, yeah, it sounds crazy.
It sounds like someone that thinks you're dumb.
That
thinks you're dumb.
But don't you think that that's what?
Hey, trip out.
Don't you think that that's what their job is, to basically make you think otherwise, so you could just basically reel you in?
Yeah, no, facts.
Do you know until what year everyone started believing? Not everyone, but like the U.S. or this country started believing that what we live in is a globe. Do you know until what age? It was not that long ago. Barely like 50, 60 years ago, people started barely believing that.
Yeah, I believe that.
When Christopher Columbus came, right? Because back then, what did they think? That the earth was flat, right? So why were they thinking it was flat? They could have been thinking it was a globe since back then.
Christopher Columbus didn't come. I didn't even believe in that.
Well, the Bible says that, so, like, you know, and this is every religion, although the Bible is the same from the beginning, the Old Testament.
Okay, let me go. Do you know who made the Bible?
Exactly.
Do you know?
I just want to know who the fuck was the first one.
Hey, well, I don't know who made it. I don't know
who the fuck was the first one to do it, and
who's the first one to do what?
Write all that fucking book.
I don't know.
Way.
I don't know who made it.
No way.
Basically say everything that happened.
No way. It was different people.
It can't.
And then they voted it together.
It can't be a coincidence that this book is so old that it concedes to all that's happening today. Like, if you get deep into it or whatever,
it's not that old.
What's not that old?
It literally says that we're in a stationary.
The Bible was made like in the 1300s. Yeah, 1000 plus.
So tell me, why are we the most dominant humans? Like, why are we the most dominant mammals on the earth?
Because dinosaurs died.
So they would have been dominant? No, like intelligence wise, like why how can we train dogs, or how can we train animals
no way. That's that's what makes me believe that someone had to make it. No. I don't believe in like God or like aliens made us, but that's what makes me believe in it, because we're different, right?
You guys don't believe all this because you guys think we're living in a globe spinning in space.
I believe this shit's flat.
What if I tell you like forget about what they taught you in school? Like, just forget about that. Like, just like empty your mind for a bit, right? All right, like just the 7 days, right? Like the 7 days in the Bible, supposedly, right? He made the land first and the waters, right? He divided the waters by waters, right? The second day,
los cochitos.
The second day, he made land appear on water, and the third day is when he made the sun and the moon. That's what he called day and night, right? AM and PM, 12 split in half. And that same day, he put a firmament over, and he put the stars as a decoration in the sky, right? That's the third day, which would be on a Wednesday. The fourth day is a Thursday. That's when he made all the plants, trees, and everything, right? Like anything you could grow from the land. The fifth day was a Friday, right? A Friday. And that's when he made all the beasts, animals, like tiger, like wild shit, right? And on the sixth day, which is a Saturday, is when he made the people, like he made mankind in his image. Saturday.
Cuando hizo el pinche sábado de gloria. Sábado de gloria, por eso pisteamos.
And then the Bible says that he made us the most dominant over any roaming creature on earth.
I don't think he made us dominant, güey.
If you think about it, but like if you think about it, what other animal can you see communicate with each other or build structures or control, like whatever?
Wolves.
So you can't if you're telling me people can't tame a wolf?
They could tame a wolf, but
a wolf can like lock someone up and have them in there and everything.
But if we're talking about Earth,
like intelligence,
we are not we are productive to us, right? Like humans, we're productive to us. But again, dog, like it's not about us. It's like Earth, right? Because if Earth's not here, we die, right? Mm-hmm. So wolves fit their role better than we do. Because I know I don't provide no positive to this world, bro. I'm just drinking, smoking, and not sleeping and going to work. You know what I mean? And a wolf at least is like killing some motherfuckers, you know?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's just between them, no?
So
between fucking
how many oceans are there in, like, right here? Big oceans, right? There's 4 oceans, right? The 4 big oceans?
7.
7? Not seas. Oceans.
7 oceans.
No, oceans? Have you looked it up on Google? Bet. Look at how many oceans are there.
Okay, Google. How many oceans are in the world?
According to National Ocean Service, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration.
4.
There you go, 4, right?
7 seasons? Oh, okay.
Right. Okay.
I wasn't ready to talk shit, but I was like,
Su puta madre, güey. Que si los pinches comentarios go crazy, güey. Más este güey, this fool fucking did his research before coming here. Maldita sea, güey.
I'm just looking up this shit like literally every day. Like, it's not like, once a week. Like, I've been looking at this shit. So like,
pero ¿para qué, güey? Pinche gobierno te va a desaparecer,
4 oceans, right? In the Bible, it said the tree of life where Adam and Eve like did their sin and shit, they ate that, right? It said that there was four streams leading 4 oceans all into the center of the world, right? Do you guys know what those lights in the northern hemisphere are? Like those aurora lights?
Yeah.
The center of the world?
They're nowhere else. They're like literally nowhere else besides there, right? Only in the North Pole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're not in the South Pole. Why? Who knows why? Because scientists can't explain why.
There is.
In the Bible it says that
there is.
There's aurora lights in the southern in the South
this is
Pole.
like a gravity change.
In the South. Gravity. Yeah. So I asked you if you believe in gravity, and you said that.
Let's say it's not gravity; it's a magnetic, magnetic field. That's a fact.
No, no lo puedes cambiar, güey. Ya no lo puedes cambiar.
No, man, it's called magnetic field. I believe in gravity. He don't, but it's a magnetic field.
If gravity is real, how much do you weigh? Like an example, you don't have to tell me exactly how much.
140.
140. Let's say you weigh 140. How much does a balloon with helium weigh? Not even half a pound, right?
Minus something.
Like not even a pound, right? Not even a pound.
But helium's lighter than
exactly.
air.
Okay. Exactly. So that's where that doesn't make sense with gravity. In the flat Earth thing, there's no gravity. The only reason this is staying down is because it's heavier than air. Water, the ocean is down there because it's heavier than air, right? Oxygen is lighter. That's why it's up here. There's no water in the sky, right? So when you grab let's say, I don't know, pinche un barco, you know, it doesn't sink in because gravity is pulling it down. Or when you let the balloon go that weighs like less than half a pound, it goes up. How is it strong enough to hold you down, but not a balloon with a little bit of helium in it? How is that possible? It's strong enough to hold you and a big ass ocean full of thousands of pounds of water, but not a little balloon.
It's like things that float.
Things that float, like, well, what evidence? What if I told you? Okay, so forget about gravity. What if I told you the only reason that balloon floats in the sky is because helium is lighter than air. There's no gravity holding us down. Just like how this table is not moving because the world is not moving. It's stationary. It's heavier than air. It's stationary, right? A paper. If you drop
what
a piece
about
of
like
paper,
when you put something underwater and it floats up?
A submarine. So you're talking about like a submarine, right?
No, like a rock. You know, there's rocks that you can put down. You've seen that, right? Rocks.
A rock doesn't have
to go down, and then there's rocks that go up.
But it's solid.
It's a rock will go straight down, right?
And then there's things that go up. Like there's different types of rocks that float.
Like
you know what he said right now? Submarines. That shit's crazy.
Submarines.
You can have a bomb. It has air inside the bomb and it goes up.
Submarines.
A submarine has air inside. There's fucking people in there, but it doesn't float up.
But they have to create pressure. That's what they have a whole pressure system inside.
How the fuck can you create pressure but still breathe inside?
You can look it up again right now, bro. I'll show you how it works. The way a submarine works, all right, so there's like the people are in this little circle, right? Mm-hmm. So it's completely sealed. Outside of these people is another bigger circle that surrounds them, right? So when they're floating, these side chambers where the people are not in, but like that surrounds them, has air in it, right? So that's why it's floating.
Exactly.
When they want to go down, there's this little engine at the very bottom of the submarine that pushes all that air out and it fills with water. So the more it fills with water, the deeper you go, right? Mm-hmm. So if gravity was real, there would be no way that because it has air, it's coming up and down. It should just be like, it would have been a way different system to work. And the reason you know how it comes back up? The only reason it comes back up because it has an engine that combusts air, like it's its own air pressure. And that engine, it's in the very bottom of the submarine. It pushes all the water out and it fills the side chambers with air. So the more air it has and the more water it spits out, the higher it comes back up. That's how submarines work, bro.
But why can't they hit the bottom?
Because there's too much pressure, too much water.
What's gravity?
Yeah.
He said it. There's too much pressure.
Pressure, yeah.
So why is there pressure under? That's why you can't drill.
Do you think there's so much pressure under because they don't want us to go more under?
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I told you earlier, like, I'm not saying you're wrong at all, right? And I'm not saying I'm right. Mm-hmm. But the reason why I believe in gravity is because motherfuckers try to go down there. You just can't.
So you think that there's water curving like this, right?
Uh-huh.
So why is it? You know what a level is? Like a nivel. Like when you're at Halle, you're leveling something, right? It's like a straight thing, right? That's how you level things.
Right.
How come it's not called sea curve and it's called sea level?
All right, like I'm gonna go super nerdy on you. You know when you build bridges far enough, you have to account for the curve, and this is facts.
But why though?
What?
Because when bridges are long enough, the earth curves. So you can't have if a bridge is long enough, dog. This is the engineering fact. This is why I used to believe that, but this is what I'm saying.
But who told them that they have to take into consideration the curve?
It has to.
Hey, so like you're saying, pilots when they're flying in an airplane, they have to come down like this.
Can I tell you something? There's a software in planes. This is a proven. There's people that go since back then. You have to account because that's why they have the high gauge food because you get lost. This is a fact.
So like if I was to go on an airplane right now and I just went straight and I didn't come down, I would fly straight out of it. You can, but it will start malfunctioning way. Or let me tell you,
pressure makes a big difference.
But why if you're just going straight?
Yeah.
No, because at different heights there's different pressures. An airplane can't go past a certain point.
Oh, exactly. Okay, so have you watched those NASA Live, like when they launch a rocket and shit?
Have
you watched them?
A few, okay. Yeah.
So when they take off, it's a camera facing the floor, right?
There's one, yeah, in between the motors and shit.
When it hits the atmosphere, it switches to a camera, right? To another, like pointing up and shit, like showing you space.
Right.
How come they don't leave the same camera where it looks real, and then all of a sudden when it hits the atmosphere, they switch it to the CGI camera?
I 100% agree with you. Because I do feel that like it looks fake, right? Like they always look fake, right?
It is fake, CGI. But it's animation.
But that doesn't mean that it's not true. It just means you can't go there.
Why wouldn't they be able to go if they're in their rocket?
Because they probably
trying to lie to you, right? About
they
space.
Probably lied. You know why? You know why?
There's no space.
Dog. You know the Cold War?
Because there's no space.
Nah, that's not true.
No? Okay, so
I haven't seen it, so I can't say there is or not.
You know why I know there's space? You know why I know there's space? Because of Google Maps.
Hey, look up what space is to the government. Space isn't in outer space. It's literally not even that many miles off the floor.
Yeah.
It's in between this atmosphere. That's what they consider space.
Consider space.
It's not in space where these stars are. These planets.
So then what is that out there?
Huh?
What is that out there?
What, those stars?
Yeah.
Those stars? They're just
Galaxy?
stars. No, there's no galaxies. There's no other planets. These aliens, like that they say that have these.
You know why the only reason, and I'm going devil's advocate because I don't know, right? Yeah. This was convincing me, like, oh, goddamn, right? Yeah. But the reason why for is because how much harder it would be to fake all this shit.
Oh, it's pretty easy, bro. I could literally bust out a video and I could 100%. I've done this test like on a bunch of homies, like not just like a 5. Literally, like every person I try to talk to, I show them this video, and these guys, literally like themselves have literally like fucking like a solar panel with a green screen in the back, and they're telling these guys that they're just flat, that they're showing you CGI. You know, that's what NASA shows you. And this guy, obviously it's his own video, but he said, look, this is what NASA shows us. He's like, is this real then? And the guy's like, yeah, that's completely real. Like, look, you know. And it
Que
didn't look
si
real.
nos
It looked real.
desaparecemos,
And
ya
this
saben
guy,
lo que pasó, güey.
this guy,
Ya saben
bro,
lo que pasó porque este güey nos dijo algo así, güey. El pinche
And-
gobierno.
but
que no
this
me
guy-
había
Then
dejado,
we're
güey.
believing the cameras.
No, exactly. This guy, he did.
Right.
He literally didn't even need like millions of dollars to make this guy believe what he was seeing was real. He's like, oh, so you believe this is real? He's like, yeah, that has to be real. And he literally flips it. He's like, oh, look, I recorded this in my backyard. And it was literally that flipped the camera and it looked like the satellite was literally like floating. It looked crazy, bro. I even believed it. That's how easy to fake. So now imagine inverting millions of dollars. It's so easy to fake it.
The only reason why.
¿Cuánto tiempo tenemos? 7 minutes.
We got more than that. The only reason why, because I went through that too. I'm not gonna lie. I went through that like damn.
Through the question.
Because you know what? Because you know what? I never think I'm right. I
Until
always
you
try to.
prove it, like-
No. So I leave it. I'm down to leave it unanswered, right? But I always gave the other side a shot. But the only reason why I think it's like, because imagine you have all that knowledge, right?
Yeah.
What do you do with it?
Well, you try to open up people's eyes.
But why?
I mean, like,
But why?
Why? Well, I
Pero
don't
sí
know.
sabes
Like
lo que
after,
la-
I'm
sí
not
sabes
gonna
lo que le
lie.
ha pasado a la gente que hace eso.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I
Because
don't
what
really
do you
care.
do with that? What do you do with that?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, bro. After I used to believe in that rounders and gravity, right? Well, you know they teach you that shit in
Fool,
school, right?
honestly, I don't think
And-
you know what I believe in because I don't know what I believe in,
Look,
right? Like I'm just
and
like in the middle.
I
My
kind of go
homie-
with the flow as what I see is what I know, and I can't really prove it wrong unless I see
feel
the,
like-
both sides.
I feel
Basically,
like I'm those type of guys, like, you know, I don't leave shit like if I can't understand it, I just can't move on. It's like when you're
te
a
da
highlighter,
comezón,
you know.
güey, te da comezón, güey.
Yeah.
No,
You wanna get to
and
the
you
same
know
thing
what?
with fucking dinosaurs. I had to
But
fucking
you know
do
what?
that shit for 2 days, bro.
I'm really, because I already went through that fool, and I really not that I believed it was flat, but it was like damn, okay. But you know what threw me off? It was wave and wind patterns.
Wave and okay, so let me tell you why are there waves in the ocean? Like because we're moving, right?
Madre.
We're moving. That's why. And the moon and all that.
Like if we could get nerdy, but like so the Earth is elliptical. You know what that is, right? Like it's like a little wider in the middle.
Yeah.
So the waves move according to the Earth is not like this.
Yeah.
This is just how the pressure holds the water. So as it moves, there's different highs and lows. You
So-
go through different.
so-
This is facts.
So how is it possible that there's waves in the ocean and when you go to a pond or a lake, completely still?
Because there's nothing pushing on it.
Like,
it's the
well,
same
what do you mean
thing, it's the
pushing?
same
What-
gravity, it's the same
what is
Earth, though.
pushing? What do you mean pushing?
It goes back to the wind current. Look into it.
The
It's-
wind current?
wind patterns and wave patterns. That's kind of what proved it to me that the Earth had to be round.
So you're saying that there's only wind by the beach, that there's no wind anywhere else?
No.
Wind goes everywhere.
No way. Like there's that's how they predict weather. That's why they're pretty close, right? Because it acts in a.
You said predict, right? Predict.
When they tell you it's gonna be 80, it's not 70.
What if
or
I
it's not
told you
60.
that they're not?
It's like 75.
They're not predicting. They make it and they tell you
They
what it's gonna
can't.
be.
They can't give you a sure number because
you know,
then they're
so-
like, "What the fuck? How do you know exactly what the
Since
weather's
World
gonna
War
be?"
II, bro. I don't know. Since World War II, they could do climate modifications. Did you know that? You guys know that? Since World War II, you know how long ago that was?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you know
¿Sabías?
they could do that?
También sabías. I'm
Make
just gonna
it
throw it in
rain.
there. También sabías que when it says that it's gonna rain, the percentage it gives you, that means that's the percentage during the day of 12 hours or 24 is what's gonna rain. It's not telling you it might rain 50%. No, it's telling you it's gonna rain 50% of a certain time. It's not telling you that there's 50% chance that it's gonna rain.
But the reason why they even know when it's coming, it's all wind patterns. Because look, if it was a flat, the wind patterns and waves will bounce off the end and
What do you
act
mean
different, and this shit just goes all around, pero. It's just normal.
It's kind of crazy because when you see the waves coming towards us, if you were to look at it from the flat Earth perspective, right? The North Pole's in the middle, right? All the South Pole surrounding us, where would all the waves come from? To the middle, right? From any direction, they all come towards the North Pole, right?
No, they would bounce off the end.
They
Yeah,
would
but
bounce
what's
off-
the
what,
end,
What do you
though?
mean the
No,
end?
like because
South
if it's
Antarctica?
flat, there's like an end, right? A flat Earth, like
South
you think
Antarctica?
Antarctica, right? So waves would act in a way where they bounce off, but waves keep going around. That's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of proven.
Did you know that when you look at a globe, it looks smaller than like Antarctica looks smaller than the U.S., right? Or like sort of the same size.
The map is fucked up. I don't know if you know that.
There's this map made in
how do we know it's fucked up?
there's this map made
because to make it flat,
in the 15th century.
to make it flat, they had to warp things to make them fit, right? But there's a map how shit really looks like. Like Africa's as big as like North America, Antarctica. It's huge, but to make it fit,
Which one's the one that they say that supposedly that if you put them together,
Greenland looks huge and it's little.
No, which one's the two continents that you put
Africa
together?
fits in Mexico.
It fits.
Africa
What is it?
Pangea.
Like, do you guys, like, I don't know, you guys could, like, again, you can look it up. When you go from here, in an airplane, from here to Russia or to Europe, and the round map thing and whatever, it shows that the plane goes from the U.S., it just takes like a curve up to the North Pole and it comes back down. Well, why wouldn't it just go straight over there in the round map? Why do they have to take that extra big curve?
Wind currents.
Wind currents? What if I told you if you put that map in a flat, the North Pole's in the middle, and it makes a straight line through the North Pole straight to Russia? And it doesn't curve; it goes straight to Russia in a flat map.
No way, but it's like you gotta avoid it. Like when you go in space, you gotta avoid like asteroids.
No, but I'm saying they didn't change the route. It's the same route, but it's just in a different.
It looks different in the map because they're making it circle.
Yeah, in a circle
But
map,
if you
it looks
open
like
and
it
you
curves
put
like
it flat,
that.
it goes straight to
In
where
a
it's
straight
going.
line, yeah, it's like how an airplane would.
If
It
you
goes
get
straight
it and
to
you
it.
put it round, it does a curve way over, like
Yeah.
Alaska and shit. But if you get it and you separate it, it's going in a straight line.
Yeah.
You
know what I mean?
It's because the map is like unknown that it's disproportionate because it just gotta match the lines,
So
latitude
you're
and
telling me
longitude.
we know everything else? We know a bunch of other shit, but we don't know exactly how the Earth is? You could
what do you mean?
prove
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do
You
you
could
mean?
prove other galaxies, other planets, stars, and all this other bullshit, but you can't get the map right.
Oh, let me ask you this: can you bust out?
That's why I don't believe that.
Can-
Maybe there's a chance that they didn't go to space.
Can you?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
no, I believe
That's
that.
what I'm
you
saying.
believe-
So
you
how do
believe
we
in-
know it's round
Yeah.
if we haven't gone to space?
How do you know it's flat? That's the
Because
question.
From,
too.
Yeah,
from the
but
it's
natural
both.
point of view, look.
See what I mean? See what
Sea
I mean?
level,
goes
look,
both.
sea
It goes-
level.
It goes both
Hey,
ways. See what I mean?
Do you know where elevation starts? Where elevation zero's at?
And what?
Like in elevation wise, like where they like we're right now where we're standing.
Sea level.
Sea level, right? Sea level 0, right?
Sea level.
When you go to the beach, you're on land and you can see everything flat. You could go on an airplane, you're high in elevation, still flat. You don't see no curve. You're high, you can see more, still flat. Right? You could grab a ruler, it'll be exactly flat like the ruler. You know what I mean?
If there's a
But-
curve
but when you-
somewhere,
but
you,
when you look
should be able to
around-
see it
but when you
from when
look
you
around-
go up.
Yeah, you
The
would
higher
see
you
like
get, you
a
should be
curve.
able to see a curve.
But you don't see no curve. You don't. You just can't. And there's this guy that I don't know if you've seen like this. These people that try to make their own rockets and
Hold up.
shit.
Do
Right?
you know the math though?
Huh?
Do you know the math
Of what?
of how far you could see in the band radius?
A radius?
Yeah, like
The radius of what? The Earth or?
Like how far you can see?
Because you might think 13 miles is like 13 miles. It might be less than what you think. 13 miles is 13 miles. I don't think you can see 13 miles.
No, you can't. No. Well, you could barely. You go to the middle of the street, you could barely see like a mile or two down. You can't see nothing. Hey, but let me tell you this: by sunset, you think the sun goes down, curves into the earth. Like that's why you can't see it no more. Like when it's like right now it's nighttime here, so in China it's daytime, right?
Right.
China's on the other side of the world, right? All right. So you put that in the flat map again. China's right here and we're over here, right? The moon is right here and the sun is right here right now.
Mm-hmm.
In China, the sun is gonna come out on the east. I mean, the moon's gonna come up on the east side, and the sun to us is gonna come up on the east side again, right? Because we're facing the North Pole, right? It's right here, right? We're facing it. So the sun's gonna come to the east side, working like a clock. It comes up to the east, sets on the west, right? Because we're facing the north. It comes this way and sets on the west.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There would be no way if we're spinning randomly and the moon's going around us and we're going around the sun. There's no way that it keeps the same order. Literally, if not, the sun would have came out a different side today and the moon would have came out a different side. But tomorrow, I could guarantee you again.
So you're saying, all right. So let me see what you're saying. I haven't heard this. Are we good on time? Can we go past? This
Let's
is
end it
A
with
little
this,
bit, like
just-
till 10 or what?
Finish it
What time?
now.
Hold on. This was
Get
at
us
10.
on
Hey,
with
okay,
the
look.
lines,
Let me see what he said. So So if it's flat, right?
Yeah.
He's saying the sun goes around on top of a flat Earth, right? And the moon is on the opposite side, right? That's what you're saying, right? So like you get daylight because it moves around, right? So if the sun, we could see it from this far away.
And you see the moon across?
No, but if we could see it from this far away, wouldn't we be able to see it if it was just across on top of top of Asia?
Wait, what?
You don't think we would be able to see it if it was just on top of Asia?
Asia? What, the sun?
Like if you're saying it goes on top of everything, but it goes to like on top of Asia and India and stuff, right? And then we have the moon and it goes back and forth. I think if it was flat, we would be able to see the whole thing from here.
Well, yeah, there's days that you do see it.
You never see the sun more than like 14, 15
hours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it depends where you're standing, because if you're standing right here, there's buildings blocking your view. If you go to the highest point, like if you were to go to Fraser Park and you told me that, and you were to go to the highest mountain peak.
Yeah.
The sun, you can see it longer.
You can see the
okay. Now let me ask you this. This is the last knockout punch I have.
If it was
this
round,
is the last one I have.
If it was round, the radius would be the same.
This is the last one I have.
Because the sun that comes up and it goes down.
Because I went through, I believe the same thing, right? But look, have you ever seen those people that take shots of the sky every day?
Yeah,
from the same position.
Like those live like those things where time lapse, right? Like those time lapse.
It's clearly going like this.
How? Like that?
It's clearly.
I've seen the real one, like the real version, like where they put those two together, and it's literally going like that. The sky moving around us, not like that. It literally says that, like if you were to bust out a live pic right now from like, what is it? A time lapse of like, you could look up on Google or whatever, like of the sky, a live one.
Have you done it?
I've done it. That's what I'm telling you.
You're
look
fucking full of shit.
I swear, bro.
I used to follow these stars every time, dog, and it was like clearly like a circle.
Do you know what you need to make a rainbow?
Do you know what a rainbow is? Let me see how nerdy you are.
Like do you know what you need to make a rainbow? Like why?
I know exactly what a rainbow is.
No, but like when it rains, do you know why you can see the rainbow or no?
I know exactly what a rainbow is. Let me see.
But do you know how you need to make a rainbow? Like what do you need to make a rainbow?
What? It's just the angle reflection, fool.
A reflection of what? So you need a mirror, right? You need
the particles of humidity.
You need water, light, a prism.
Not just water. You need a humid environment that has liquid throughout.
Need light, a prism,
mist,
water,
fog.
Water, mist is fog, right? It's in the sky. Water,
right.
And a mirror, right?
So you can make it with a mirror.
So you're telling me there's a mirror in space or what? So when you see a rainbow, doesn't it look exactly like a dome? Like I'm trying to describe it, like a reflection off the dome.
But I've drove past it and it goes away.
A rainbow?
And then I come back and it's still there.
A rainbow, right?
Simone,
but you need water to see the rainbow.
The where the light hits it.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you need a mirror though to see that rainbow. So you're telling me that, and the sky is a mirror.
You water your flowers.
Yeah.
You've seen. Have you watered your flowers? Have you watered your flowers?
That's what I'm saying.
I've watered shit. I don't even water flowers. I see rainbows, but exactly what it is.
What you mean? Like you see a mist and you can see the rainbow, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. How can you see a rainbow outside? You need a mirror outside in order for you to see that rainbow.
So we're in the fucking.
No, you don't.
We're in the sphere. That's what we are in.
All right, so
we're flat.
If I were
to
tell you to make a rainbow right now, would you be able to?
What's up?
If I were to tell you to make a rainbow right now, would you be able to?
No, you need light.
I think there's an angle on the sun. You need the sun.
Yeah, a light.
If I literally, I should watch. If you were to give me a mirror, a glass of water, and a light, I could literally make you a rainbow right now, bro. Just that's all you need.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to get at is
it divides
there's
the
no
light.
way that you would be able to see the rainbow outside without a mirror being there or a glass form, like the firmament.
The water.
The dome, the firmament. No, water is water. Well, a mirror.
Damn, this is crazy.
Reflecting.
I'm trying to. Hey, you know.
I think
this is dope. But
I think this is a good episode. A lot of people.
We need part 2. Hey, that was
share,
cool. Share,
subscribe. We're gonna end it here. I know it's short, and I know we have way more to talk about. This topic could go for fucking.
That was cool.
For another hour, if it could, if it would, if it whatever's. Cool. But
you lived up to the hype, fool. Straight up.
We are fucking. We are family guys, so we all need to get to our fucking spots. We work tomorrow's a fucking Monday.
Get it.
So the only thing that we're gonna leave off right now is we are not saying what we're saying to like basically change people's mind. We're just basically giving point of views. Yeah. We don't want nobody to fucking take this into consideration and then really fucking ask us questions.
I want that.
Well, you could ask this fool. He does do his fucking Google research or whatever. This fool really did his fucking
some shit.
His homework and everything. So we are gonna have a part 2 because we do have more things to talk about. I think we're good where we're at right now.
It's good.
We'll go ahead and check another time and
chop it up.
Check for part 2 and stuff. Share, subscribe, like.
The homie Edgar.
We'll see you guys again with the homie Edgar.
That was a cool episode, fool.
All right, guys.
You had me thinking about my existence.